Hey, what is up guys, it's Galaxy Tech Dark Lord here, coming at you guys today with a brand new deck profile on my channel. It's a Metalfoes deck, so I've actually been enjoying this deck quite a lot, and yeah, I'll get straight into it. So this isn't a Yang Zing variant, this is more of the, so like I looked at what the OCG has been running, and I also looked at some of the deck profiles that have been going around on around the TCG as well. So yeah, this is kind of inspired by that. So start off with 3 Volflame, 3 Gold Driver, 3 Silver, and 3 Steelin. So all of these have the exact same pendulum effect. So you can target another face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set a Metalfoes spell or trap card directly from your deck. So you get that you use these to get your fusions. You use your Metalfoes fusion, and you use it to get your spells and your trap cards, mainly counter. So yeah. Then 3 Magispector Unicorn Kirin and 3 Magispector Raccoon to search them out. So these cards are really good in the deck just for the fact that Unicorn is untargetable, 2000 beta, 2k wall, and also it can bounce stuff. So, and just be really disruptive. So it makes it really difficult to get over, and it makes fields a lot easier when you don't draw a really good hand. Then 3 Gofu. So basically, this deck is very good at making Ultimate Zolkin. So you summon this, you get the 2 tokens. Use a Metalfoes monster to pop one of the tokens, set Metalfoes Fusion, activate the Metalfoes Fusion to take another token away, and a Metalfoes monster, and you make Adamant, the level 5 fusion, and then you sync these up for Ultimate Zolkin, and then use the Metalfoes pendulum effect again to set another card from your deck, and then you get Ultimate effect off. So yeah, 3 Gofu. You can also sync this with your Magispector Raccoon or your Metalfoes Silvered to make Void Ogre Dragon manually, so that's nice. Then for the more generic stuff, so 2 Archfiend Eccentric to out back row, 1 Luster because we do run the Ignister, and you can sync this with your Metalfoes Volflame to make the plays. And also, if you already have Ignister out, because you can also summon it with Ultimaya, and you can also summon it using Gofu and a Metalfoes Silvered as well, then you can summon out Luster and get the free pop with it without having to pop your Scales or any of your other cards. So then, playing 1 copy of Scout, 1 copy of Monolith. This is because you can put this in scale, pay 800, search this, pop this with Metalfoes card, and then pendulum summon both out and overlay for a Cyber Dragon Nova, which ultimately leads to go for Infinity. So yeah, that's why these are both in here. You can also search this with Summoner's Art, so, and Monolith if you really want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. Then lastly, 2 Max C, because there's a lot of special summoning in this format, so these are just really useful to get you a bit of a plus. So then, for the spells, 3 copies of the new card, Pot of Desires. So, I have mixed feelings about this card, because while it does take away a quarter of your deck to draw 2 cards, so ultimate deck thinning, sometimes it can take away cards that you really, really need. But yeah, I've been told that Cyframe Lord Omega can actually shuffle put banished cards that are face down back into the graveyard. I'm going to check more on that, see if it actually is true, but yeah, for the most part, the cards you banish really are not interactable. You can see them, but you can't interact with them in any way, unless you've got Necroface. So yeah. Then 2 copies of Painful Decision, because we run a lot of normal monsters, so you mainly want to search. You can use this to search for any scale you want, and you can get the monster that goes to the graveyard back, but you don't always need to. And then 2 copies of Summoner's Art to search out things, generally your Volflame or your Cliffort Scout. Then lastly, one Metalfoes fusion for the spells. So you only run one of this because it can recycle itself once per turn, and you can activate it to fuse any number of times per turn. So it is a really good card. The only problem with it is that because we run it at 1, it can be banished quite easily with Pot of Desires if you haven't already got it out of the deck. Then for the traps, so there aren't that many. 2 Metalfoes counter, so this card is actually really good because you can use this to, in tandem with your pendulum scale effects, or you can use this to prevent an OTK. So if any of your cards get destroyed, you can just flip this, summon a Metalfoes Volflame from your deck and sit on top of it. And also these can be banished from the graveyard to recycle a pendulum monster from extra deck, which really helps if you want to set your scale up. So yeah. Then 1 copy of Metalfoes Combination. So the fusion effect doesn't get used that much, but the effect that you get when it's popped is really good. I feel this is too slow to run at any higher number, any higher ratio. So yeah. And then lastly, 1 Emptiness to round off the main deck. So you can, if you've got a really unbreakable field of something like an Ultimire, a Clear Wing, a Crystal Wing, an Infinity and a Unicorn, then this is really, really good. Because it just locks your opponent out of playing completely. Not always how you want to play, because it's not that fun, but you know. So then for the extras, we have 2 copies of Adamant, because this is mainly your go-to. I also play 1 copy of Orichalc, because this card does double piercing, and sometimes going into Adamant isn't actually any good at all, because Adamant is only really as good as when you've got a go-through on the field. So yeah. Then for the Synchros, 1 Ultimire, obviously, 1 Ignister, 1 copy of Crystal Wing, 1 copy of Void Ogre, 1 copy of Meteor Burst, because these are all your Ultimire targets, and Meteor Burst is really good at the moment against BA and Cosmo because it prevents monster effects from being activated during the battle phase. So no floating and yeah, nothing. So I definitely recommend running this actually, because you can also make it with other cards without Sulkin as well. So with a Gofu and a Metalfoes Steelin, I think. That's the level 2. Then lastly, 1 Cypherame Lord Omega for the purpose of returning stuff with Pot of Desire that you've banished with Pot of Desires. Again, I'm not entirely 100% certain on this ruling, but yeah. Then for the Xyz, 1 Gaia Charger, 1 Infinity, 1 Nova, 1 Volcasaurus, because it's not always ideal to make Ultimire. Sometimes you don't have cards you want to set, or sometimes it's just really not good, full stop. So Volcasaurus is really good, and then you have the Volcasaurus Gaia Charger combo. And these are very self-explanatory because you have the Scout and Monolith play. So you overlay them for this, and then you overlay for Infinity, and then jam up the field. So yeah. And then lastly, 2 rank 4s in the form of Abyss Dweller because BA and Cosmo, and Castel because just spinning stuff back is really nice. So yeah guys, that just about brings me to the end of the deck profile. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment to suggest improvements, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Peace out.